Take your hands off of it. Let go of it. I didn't understand. Lord, I thought I was doing everything right. I thought I was doing what you wanted me to do. I thought I was in your will. I thought this is the way that I'm supposed to live. This is what your word says. This is what everyone tells me in church. This is how I'm supposed to do this. This is how I'm supposed to be a Christian. And he's telling me to let go. Take my hands off of things. Allow him to intervene. Allow him to teach me. Allow him to grow me, to groom me. He says, your righteousness is like filthy rags before him. I said, Lord, what do you mean? Is any time I try to do anything without his spirit leading me, guiding me. It is me taking things into my own hands and trying to present them to God as righteousness, yet he says they are filthy rags. I had to realize that his ways are not like my ways. His thoughts are not like my thoughts. The way God wants to do things, the way he wants to use people, the way he wants to intervene in our lives sometimes doesn't look like the way that we may learn in the church. It doesn't look like the way our pastor may teach us. Doesn't look like the way we saw someone else's breakthrough or testimony. It doesn't look like everything that we see. Sometimes God just wants to do a new thing in your life. So he says, let go. Take your hands off of it. Be led by his spirit. Allow his spirit to teach you. You won't know everything all at once. You won't know how to live all at once. When you give your life to Christ, it is a slow walk. It is a process. And when you think you have become, sit back down because there's still more to learn and there's more to unlearn. So let go. Let go of trying to hold on to something that can never please God unless his spirit is involved. Allow him to teach you. Stop making all of these rules for yourself that only put you in bondage because you have put limitations on you. You have set rules and regulations over your life that God never called you to live by. Yes, things might seem a little bit different. Yes, you might hear this and that, but you have to have this relationship with his spirit who will teach you all things. Many people struggle with sin because they try to take it upon themselves to let go of their sinful ways instead of being led by the Spirit of God. When God was teaching me to let go of a certain sinful nature, a certain sinful thing, he didn't tell me to stop doing it. No. He allowed me to continue doing it. But what he actually did is he says, for this amount of time, I want you to do this thing consistently every day, and it will build discipline in you. It will build consistency in you. And by the end of it, I realized that not only was I disciplined, not only was I consistent, but I was able to say no to that very thing that I didn't even know was a hindrance to my life. God has a way of teaching us and showing us things his way because it will help us, because it will deliver us. It will pull things out of us that we can't do ourselves. So when God says, let go, so that he can have his way, so that his spirit can lead me and guide me, I have no choice but to let go, because my righteousness is like filthy rags before him. Me trying to do everything on my own, I can go nowhere. I can do nothing unless the Spirit of the Lord is with me. So why would I try to do everything on my own? Why would I try to take things upon myself and try to maneuver things just because I've done it before in my past? Doesn't mean that I can do it now. Take your hands off of your life and allow the hand of God to move in your life. Step back and allow God to put you in position, to put you where he needs you to be, to align you, to shift you. And God will start doing great things in your life. Trust him. Trust him with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. He's with you and he's ready to move in your life. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to let go of the very thing you know is going nowhere. You know you can't do it on your own. I know you hold on to it because it's the last thing that you have left. It's your hope. It's your plan B. It's everything that you held on to that you think that you're going to make it. But God is saying, let go of it, because the way he wants to build it is not the way that you intended it to be built. But when God puts his hand on it, it will not only build and grow, but it will go so quickly and so fast, and you won't have to labor in vain for it. Allow God to teach you, to groom you. Allow his spirit to make you righteous. Let go and let God. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.